Welcome back, Turtleholics. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to clean your aquarium filter. So to start things off, let's just talk about some of the main signs that you need to clean your filter in the first place. Number one, pretty simple. If you notice your water just starts to get dirty, usually takes on like a brown or yellowish color, usually means that the sponges in your filter are already too dirty, and so they can't really filter in water to clean it anymore. Secondly, if you notice that there's some debris floating around, this could be waste or any other type of debris or uneaten food, that's also usually a sign. And then if you inspect your filter and you notice that there's just a lot of buildup already on the sponges, then that's also a sign that you're gonna wanna clean it. The first step is gonna be to turn off and unplug your filter. And the next step is going to be to remove it from your aquarium. And just be careful here, because if you knock it around too much, some of the debris might fall out right back into your tank. The next step is going to be to remove the sponges from the filter. And this is actually sometimes the hardest step because every filter is the same and sometimes it can be hard to figure out kind of how to do that. Hopefully you still have the manual from your filter which explains how to. But most of the time there's going to be something near the top, like a top piece that can be removed. And then hopefully after that, the sponge is pretty easy. So you can see on both of mine here, they have like this top level that you remove. And then after that, it's usually just like a quick little like twist. And then that should allow you to access the sponges. On the left-hand side here, you can see we have the sponges, which we're gonna wash in a bucket. And then everything else over here on the right, you can just take it to a sink and you can rinse it just with regular tap water to get all of this debris off. I use aquarium water to rinse off the sponges just because it helps preserve some of the beneficial bacteria, which helps break down waste in your aquarium. You still can use tap water and put it in your sink, but I also don't like to get my sink too dirty, so that's why I just do it this way. My plan is going to be to put some of the aquarium water into here, clean each sponge, and then put the excess into this bucket and then dispose of it, and just kind of keep repeating the process. Here is sponge number one, and the water is probably going to turn pretty dark in a second. There you go. You can see that. Just kind of keep squeezing it, rinsing it off. And then there you go. Pretty clean. And now gonna pour this water into the excess bucket. And then just gonna keep repeating the process with each sponge. Put the clean one back over here, and then take the next sponge and do the same thing. And then here is everything after I washed it. And you can just see it made a world of a difference. The sponges are so much cleaner, as well as the casings and everything else. It's not gonna be perfect. There's still gonna be a couple brown spots. But once everything is clean, then you can put it back together and then put it back in the tank. The clean filters are now in the tank, actually filtering the water, which is great to see. It's probably gonna take maybe a couple hours, maybe even a day or two for you to see like a very noticeable difference like in your water and for like the debris to start like disappearing, but just give it some time and it should work out. The last thing I would mention is obviously it's important to clean your filters regularly, but a mistake that I see frequently is that people do it too often. They'll do it, every week or every other week, which usually isn't needed. And if you do it too often, you're actually going to be removing a lot of that beneficial bacteria from the sponges, which could just throw off your entire bacteria cycle within your aquarium. So just make sure that you're doing it obviously frequently, but only when it's needed. That's it. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like below or subscribe. Really appreciate you guys, and see you next time.